What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kylie Minogue. And once again, major shout out to Robert, who has provided a selected set of her songs across a great number of releases. And we are now moving to the next chapter in that journey, the 1989 album, I'm assuming, maybe an EP. But Enjoy Yourself, and in fact, Robert only put 2 tracks in this particular folder, the first of which being Hand on Your Heart. I'm inclined to interpret, not only figuratively, I doubt this relates to open heart surgery, but yes, positively in the sense of holding someone emotionally, making contact with them in terms of your feelings, and probably in that regard part of a romantic or at least intimate interpersonal relationship. I suppose there are some different meanings for the phrase, like, you swear oaths in some places or in some contexts by putting your hand over your heart, promising in a way that I guess is supposed to be indicative of a essential conviction or honesty. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm more inclined to interpret it the first way, the idea of just, again, touching someone on a psycho-emotional level. Either way, I'll try to catch what I can. This is Kylie Minogue. The tune is Hand on Your Heart, and it's from her 1989 album Enjoy Yourself.
Put your hand on your heart and tell me that we're through.
Oh. Well, as many of you probably knew in advance, it was in fact the second possibility I considered in my title speculation that seems to be more the direction the song is going, meaning she's saying the relationship has gotten to the point where the other person, the guy, is saying, look, this is in the past, it doesn't exist anymore, and he clearly is acting as if it's over and is moving on, and yet she doesn't quite believe it. She feels like he should be direct about it, more clear and honest about it, which suggests to me that the narrator is thinking that there's still feeling there. There's still a possibility, at the very least, it's not so clear cut as he is saying, and thus she's like, all right, if it's really that way, if it's really in the past and we don't have any future, and by the way, if that is the case, why did we even start at all? Because, we could have saved ourselves a lot of heartache and time. But if it really is that, put your hand on your heart, swear in the court of love here that you really don't have any feeling for me, which again seems to suggest to me that she's convinced there is still something there, and maybe he's just trying to block it out, oversimplify things, or convince himself even that it's over. And I suppose by extension, she's still there trying to make it work, or at least putting everything on the table and saying, show me really that there's no love, because if there is, maybe there's a path forward here. So yeah, a slightly different take emotionally than I expected. I was thinking during the track that it has this kind of, upbeat, fun sound to it, which in a way is running counter to the emotional weight of her position. I was also thinking that this could be used in a montage sequence in a romance or like romantic comedy from the late 80s, maybe early 90s. And specifically, I was thinking a montage toward the end when the person who is trying to repair a relationship or, get someone back, when they're doing everything they can, going places, trying to do something special or, rekindle old feelings, but a section where you don't really need dialogue. You can do, visual storytelling in sequence, time condensed. So yeah, it really felt like it could be in a late 80s, early 90s romance movie montage. In any case, yeah, it's not the most dynamic tune yet in terms of the danceable sonics, but there's nothing I don't like there. It's, sort of a smooth tune. There's some string, I think string synths probably, but yeah, some strings in there and a, sort of a light dance floor type of feel. It's not like a foot banger on the dance floor, but yeah, it's definitely got a kicking beat, and I will say in that regard, it did feel like the beat, that just steady heartbeat type of pulsing, which seems to fit with the idea of the song, both in terms of the emotion of the narrator, and if you put your hand on your heart, you can usually feel the beating in that steady rhythmic manner. So it seemed to be a little bit of thematic layering there. And yeah, just a cool tune, and I look forward to, again, only one other in this folder for this album, Enjoy Yourself 89, and we'll then continue to go through these other selected tracks. At some point in the future, it could be possible, I suppose, to circle back and go through whatever parts of these albums that I'm not doing currently. But yeah, for the time being, we'll just keep writing this selected playlist that Robert has shared. Let me know what you think, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.